benefit without such a hard time, but we'll see how it goes.
I think I have the book here. I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, I can't wait. When I go back to jail, I promise to read it.
Yeah, and maybe you'll have a lot of time to read it. I don't know. Hopefully not. I don't want to say that actually.
We'll see.
Yeah. This is something that you've talked about before, but we're in this war between good and evil.
Yep.
I truly believe that.
Yep.
And what that evil is, I think some people say it's deep state, or it's propaganda, or it's establishment, or it's, centuries old families. There's no way to know who it is, right?
Yep.
And that's the hardest part. How do you fight against the enemy when you don't know exactly who the enemy is?
Yep.
But I feel like in this war of good versus evil, you're a general in the movement.
Do my best.
And I think when you can understand and realize that there is a movement of people behind you, I think that maybe changes your perspective, your purpose.
Well, it does make me braver. It makes me braver because it makes me feel like my suffering's worthwhile, because I am suffering. I want everyone at home to understand that I don't need to do, you're right. I don't need to do any of this. I don't need money. I don't need the views. It's detrimenting my life. I've lost millions and millions of dollars, and I've gone to jail, and all my banks have been frozen, and they're trying to put me back, and all of this is happening. But I think when you ask who our enemies are, I don't think it's as simple as naming a family or the deep state, etc. I think the enemy is deception. Demons operate from the dark, and we're living in a world which is built on lies. Every single thing is a lie. Everything they tell you is a lie. Every system you're supposed to believe in is corrupted to the core. And I think if you're going to make or build a correct society, a fair and just society, you should at least do it under the guise of truth. If you're looking at a chessboard and you have to decide the move you want to make, well, you want to understand the chessboard first. You have to analyze the chessboard and see where the pieces are. We can't do that now because the entire chessboard's cloaked in darkness. You don't know how the legal system works. You don't know how the political system works. You don't know how the financial system works. So when they come along and say, we need to do this for the good of society, how can you even make that decision when you haven't even seen how society functions? So I think if you just tell the truth about everything all the time, from there, perhaps it would be chaotic for a while as the matrix breaks. It's very likely. But at least if you tell the truth all the time, you have a fair starting block. You have a clear chessboard from where you can decide what moves should be made for how society should function. And we're all humans, and humans are fallible. None of us are perfect. We're making mistakes, and we've built these systems to keep some semblance of peace and serenity amongst society. And we've done an okay job for a while. But I think now we're entering a stage where the highly politicized judicial systems, along with the highly politicized medical system, along with the highly politicized financial system, along with the highly politicized, we're getting to a point now where everything's about to crumble. And I think it's very important that everyone understands the truth of how the world operates before that happens. And my hope is that we can build a new system, or there's a new age and a new world where things are genuinely fair and just. I don't want to go on, but just for everyone at home, if you think the law is fair and just, you're going to learn the hard way that it's not. You're going to learn the very hard way. You can go into any jail in any country in the world, and you'll find people who got screwed by their lawyer or screwed by the system. Black, white, rich, poor, everybody. And of course, everyone thinks of the police and the judicial system as somebody kills someone, police catches them, goes to jail. And they do that well, and they're supposed to. But there's also the innocent guy who forgot a number on a piece of paper once in 2001, and his life's over. So, and especially if that person's a conservative, then he's really in trouble. So it's difficult. And I'm kind of scared because I say all these things about how the matrix is cracking. We need to build a new system, but it's happening in direct correlation at exact the same time as AI is taking over. And I'm kind of scared that AI is going to enslave us all now. I'm kind of sitting there going, well, if all the current systems break and they rebuild them, they're going to rebuild them with the new technology. Of course, they always would. Is this new technology going to be used for our benefit or to perma-enslave us? It's kind of scary.
I got so many places to go with this. We can go into government. We can go into
let's go into Minority Report. Minority Report. We're all going to jail before you even do anything. The AI bot is going to scan your entire personality profile, everything you've ever said, the way you drive your car, the things you say in private, and they're going to come together with this report, and they're going to say, look, this person drives their car too fast. They're reckless. They got too many girlfriends. They're out here spreading testosterone all over the place. I don't like the things he's saying. He's physically large. He could be considered a danger. Arrest him anyway. Minority Report's coming for all of us. We're all going to jail, especially if you're a man. If you're a man, you're only this far from jail anyway.
At all times.
At all times, bro. Yeah. If you got a dick, you're going to jail. You could be in any state in America. It doesn't matter how conservative the state or how red the state, or how right-wing the state. You can be in any state in America. If a girl walks into a police station and says 6 years ago, this man abused me or raped me, and with no evidence, she can't even remember when, you're getting arrested. And if you have a job, you're going to lose it. And if you're famous, it's in the papers and your life is over. You're this close to jail anyway, sir. You're this close. Your entire life, you're skating this close to jail anyway. You think when they get AI, we're not all perma fucked? I think we are, because prevention's better than cure. And they're now learning as they're trying to cure this cultural revolution, because the prevention was keeping us all banned. Now we start to get a bit of freedom of speech. They're now trying to cure this cultural revolution with disinformation committees and internet safety bills, etc. But they don't want to cure it. They want to prevent it. And I'm guarantee whatever systems come next, especially if AI is involved, they're not going to allow us to ever have any semblance of, bro, why would they? Any semblance of freedom.
So when I think about AI, I think about